The bitter truth about friendships: why Stoicism teaches us not to trust completely. Have you ever been betrayed by someone you thought was a true friend? Have you ever trusted someone completely, only to find out in the most painful way that they weren't who you thought they were? Betrayal in friendship is one of the most devastating experiences we can face. It shakes us to our core, making us question not only who that person is, but also who we are. The pain is deep, and the scar is hard to heal. But what if I told you that this pain can be avoided? Stoicism, a practical philosophy that has endured for centuries, teaches us that the mistake is not in the betrayal itself, but in our expectation that people will always be loyal and faithful. In this video, we'll explore why we shouldn't trust blindly in friendships, how Stoicism helps us cope with these painful moments, and what we can do to protect ourselves emotionally from future betrayals. If you've ever suffered from the pain of a broken friendship, this content is for you. Before we dive into this delicate topic, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Here, we talk about overcoming emotional pain and living a life with more purpose and resilience. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any content that could transform the way you view the world and your relationships. The harsh reality of friendships: why blind trust is a mistake. Friendship, at its core, is a relationship of exchange. We share moments, emotions, and experiences, believing these create bonds of unbreakable trust. However, what we often overlook is that everyone, without exception, is fallible. We are human, and as such, we are prone to mistakes, misjudgments, and yes, betrayals. This is where Stoicism offers a cold, but liberating, perspective on life. We should not place our peace of mind in the hands of others. When we trust someone blindly, we open a vulnerability that can lead to emotional ruin. The truth is, people change. A friend today may not be the same person tomorrow. And betrayal often comes from those we least expect. If we trust completely, we are setting ourselves up for disappointment. This isn't pessimism, it's realism about human nature, something the Stoics have always advocated. Stoicism and emotional self-sufficiency. The great Stoic masters, like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, taught us to cultivate emotional self-sufficiency. This doesn't mean being isolated or distrustful of everyone, but rather being aware that our happiness and inner peace should not depend on how others treat us. When we expect our friends never to let us down, we are placing our well-being in the hands of other people, something the Stoics warned was dangerous. True Stoic strength comes from understanding that trust should never be blind. You can have friends, you can love them, but always with the awareness that they are human and, like you, can fail. This healthy emotional distance isn't coldness, but a way to protect yourself from unnecessary suffering. When you understand that betrayal is part of life and that people can hurt you, the pain, when it comes, is less severe and easier to bear. When betrayal happens, facing the Stoic reality. Betrayal happens. Friends can fail, deceive, and lie. And the question that Stoicism presents to us is, how do you choose to react to that? You can let yourself be consumed by anger and hurt, or you can face the situation with wisdom and emotional detachment. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic thinkers, said, "It is not events that disturb us, but how we interpret them." When a friend betrays us, the act itself is neutral, our pain comes from how we choose to process that betrayal. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. You can't control your friend's actions, but you can control how you respond to them. Instead of sinking into anger and resentment, the Stoic path is to accept that betrayal is an inevitable risk in human relationships. Acceptance is the first step toward healing. Free yourself from emotional dependence, the importance of detachment. One of the most powerful teachings of Stoicism is the concept of detachment. This doesn't mean you shouldn't value your friendships, but that you shouldn't depend on them for your happiness. If we place all our emotional well-being in the hands of other people, we are setting ourselves up for disappointment. Detachment is the key to maintaining your inner peace, no matter how others treat you. It's not about being insensitive, but about understanding that you alone are responsible for your happiness. If a friend betrays you, detachment allows you to process that pain without being consumed by it. You can choose to release resentment and move forward with wisdom, knowing that you are emotionally self-sufficient. Conclusion: the pain of betrayal and the Stoic path. Betrayal hurts, and the disappointment of a broken friendship is one of the most painful experiences we can face. But Stoicism offers us a way out of that suffering. By understanding that we shouldn't trust blindly and that true strength comes from within, we can free ourselves from emotional dependence and face betrayal with resilience. Friendships are important, but they should not be the foundation of our happiness. If you've been betrayed or are trying to overcome it, remember this: you are stronger than you think, and Stoicism can be your guide on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can keep receiving content that will transform your life and help you find more peace and purpose in your relationships. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, and together, let's build a more resilient and balanced life.